Hello and welcome to Heartland Cattle Call, your all-access pass to everything Limousin in the Heartland. Whether you're in the sale ring, the show ring, or out in the pastures, we've got you covered. Each episode, we bring you exclusive auction previews, market trends, and top-selling cattle straight from the sale ring. But that's not all. We'll also take you inside the biggest Heartland events, showcase top breeders and exhibitors, and break down the latest show results. From production sales to champion ribbons, we're talking with the people who make the industry thrive. Buyers, sellers, ranchers, and showmen who are shaping the future of Limousin cattle. So whether you're looking to invest in elite genetics, sharpen your showmanship skills, or just stay ahead in the business, you're in the right place. Get ready. It's time for Heartland Cattle Call.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley Wisner with the Heartland Limousin Association, and I am joined by Charlie Tesch, our Heartland Executive Secretary. And we are excited to kick off episode 3 of the Heartland Cattle Call, your all access pass to everything Limousin in the Heartland. And I'm going to let Charlie tell you about our guests we have on today.
We have an Iowa, I believe, born, raised, I'm assuming. I mean, they have all that cyclone gear on when I see them, so I'm assuming they're pretty proud of it.
Yeah, we're Cyclones fans, Charlie.
We have Jim and Becky with us, and they have an online sale coming up tomorrow, and we're going to have them tell us a little about what's going on there. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Charlie and Ashley. Well, we've been in the business for 46 years. Bought our first Limousin cows in 1979. We've always marketed off the place through a variety of consignment sales. And a couple of years ago, we decided to have an online sale. The online sales were starting to become popular, and this would be our third bull sale. We syndicated bull JBB Yellowstone in 2021. This would be our third online sale with our bulls. So this tomorrow starts on 7 o'clock in the morning on L365. We call our sale 9+1. The original intent was that we'd offer 9 bulls and 1 female lot, and that worked pretty good the first couple of years. The cattle that we have for this sales season, unfortunately, are about 80% heifers. So we're short on bulls. So we'll be offering 5 bulls and 4 females tomorrow. Bulls are both fall.
So for anybody looking for a heifer, your bad luck is their good luck, is what you're telling us.
Well, we have some bred females on. Yeah, and that's exactly right, Ashley. We don't typically offer more than 1 or 2 heifers on, but this year we do have 4 on. So
I see. I mean, there's a couple of kind of older bulls on there. I don't know if you want to so much call them falls, but I mean, kind of that off division.
We calve both spring and fall, about half in the spring and half in the fall. We have 2 fall born bulls on, and then we have 3 spring bred calves. Our spring bred calves, we start calving our spring season actually about Christmas time. So they're older bulls, they're January, early February. So
I was gonna say, I mean, you buy any of them bulls, I mean, they all got some age and they're ready to go, and there's a difference, October, November, January, to buying an April bull somewhere, and I mean, these boys got some age on them, and you can turn them out here in the next month or two, and they're gonna cover some stuff the way it looks.
Oh, they're all ready to go. They're semen tested. We when our kids were small, we would breed some for the show ring, but the last 25 years it's been strictly for commercial bull production. Our bulls are bred for muscle and for growth, and that's kind of how they look. And this position.
I mean, if they carry the presence that they represented in Rapid City the other day, I mean, I think that's a pretty strong set you parted ways with there. And I mean, that bull was pretty well received, and he had some look, and had a little performance to him, and it seemed like he got along really well, when it came sale time. And that bred had, she had about as good a look as there was out there, I thought. So I mean, that's good cattle.
And you mentioned the Black Hills Stock Show in Rapid City. That is the only consignment sale we go to.
Oh, really?
We've been going out there for 22 years, and we've tried. We've been to the Beef Expo in Des Moines. We've been to the Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic. We've been to the Sioux Falls show, and we've kind of landed on the Black Hill Stock Show. We have a lot of customers, a lot of friends out there. We've been very successful out there with our cattle. So that is the only consignment sale we go to. Obviously, we have cattle off the place for sale every day of the year, but our main sales are our online sale, which just happens to be tomorrow, and then the Black Hill Stock Shows.
If a person wanted to contact you about a private treaty, would they do that via your website, email, phone?
And any of the above, Ashley.
Okay.
You know, we do have a website. It's vennerlimousin.com. We try and keep that as current as possible. But I say, just like any other breeder, for the most part, somebody wants to write us a check, we're not going to say no.
I guess that, it's just going to be horse trade style tomorrow at 7 o'clock. That starts.
On L 365, it'll be open at 7 o'clock. And it is racehorse style, so it's scheduled to close at 7. It's probably going to close. It will close something later than that. Anytime somebody bids, it resets the clock 5 minutes. So, but yeah, and then the cattle that we're selling tomorrow are very representative of our program. I say we talked about breeding bulls for growth and muscle. The females are the kind of females that will raise bulls for you. So that's our goal in life. So
yeah,
well,
go ahead.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I was looking through the sale catalog, and it looks like y'all have a nice set, and you've kind of figured out the genetics that kind of clicks and works for your breeding program, because I did see a lot of muscle in there, but they've got the smoothness and the look about them too that doesn't detract from that soundness either and build, I think.
Well, one thing we do take pride of, every female on our place, we run about 30 females. Every female on our place has been born and raised here. Most of them are 5, 6, 7 generations of strictly our breeding. We do not run a bull. It's strictly AI. So that was one of the reasons we calf spring and fall. So we're consistent on the bottom side as far as pedigrees, but our top side varies with the bulls we use. But we believe in our own product. We know how our cattle work for us. Hopefully they work that well for others. But we are 100% born and raised.
I guess I seen, a couple of those milestone daughters up at Glen Treff's this weekend, and I mean, if I'm right, I think they both went to Montana. I'm pretty sure they both did, and they sold about as high as anything, as far as the open heifers went on Saturday there. So, that's just passing genetics on and originating right there.
We've been fortunate the last 2 years. We focused on purebred cattle, and as you know, the Limflex is an important part of our breed. But we've chosen to go the purebred route, so we've had a lot of breeders show interest in our cattle. We've placed a lot of our bulls into breeders' herds. The JBV milestone bull was our high selling bull in our first sale 2 years ago. And Glenn Tress and Jerry Efforts bought him, and they've been using them very successfully on heifers. So we feel very grateful for them.
I glanced, just looking through things, your percentages are just crazy high, and, homo black, homo cold, just things that guys want, and, I think carry quite a bit of value, and, you guys' I think are really strong. And I guess, like you said, that showed, that bull out in Rapid the other day. So
we do believe in the genomic testing. All of our females are 50K tested. We know the pole, the black status of every female, so we know what's homozygous and what's not. I think it gives us an advantage in making breeding decisions.
Yeah, and it seems like I know Limflex is really big right now, obviously, but it seems like kind of with that trend, it is a little bit harder to find a good quality set of those purebreds available, where you see a lot of token ones. But I'm with Charlie. I was looking and I noticed a lot of those high percentages, and those are harder to find these days, I feel like, too. So that kind of stood out to me as well.
Yeah, it's been a challenge. With just as few number of cows we have, we don't buy bulls. But as far as semen, we've gotten semen wherever we can. We've gotten some semen out of Canada, various places, just to keep our purebred status and maintain some outcross genetics.
I think there's something to that. I mean, a guy can go out and, you know, you can buy a pretty good bull, you think, and, you know, all of a sudden maybe the numbers fall out of bed or something on you. But, you know, if you're AI, you're grabbing as good as you can find. And I guess you're influencing that into your herd. And I guess I kind of respect that. I guess if you're, you know, if you guys are good calving, you know, spring or fall, I mean, you're bringing as good as you can get. And I mean, I don't know if you can find a bull to replace those kind of stats that you're, you know, bringing in with those AI sires.
It's a challenge these days. It's a challenge finding.
And I believe I noticed too that several of your heifers you've got have been AI'd already as well, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said everything we're selling is guaranteed pregnant to the AI data. I said we don't we did run a bull. We run a bull cleanup once in a while, but it's always our own breeding. We've in 45 years we've only bought three bulls into our herd. Everything else has been AI. We haven't done much embryo work over the last few years. We do have some embryos in the tank, but we're pretty committed to an AI program, and it's been successful for us. So,
yeah. I guess the pair of you, did you grow up in the Limmy business? Is this something you guys?
Well, Becky and I both grew up in Carroll County, which is the county right south of where we're living. Met each other showing steers. We were cattle feeding families, not cows, cattle feeding families. And we bought our first Limousin cow in January 1979, and we've been in the breeds ever since. So
You guys were running around to the Iowa State Fair with the fat steers trying to catch lightning in a bottle then years ago, or?
well, I guess you might say that. So
Well, at least you both knew what you were getting into, right?
oh yeah.
From the get-go.
So
What are you doing on like delivery and all that? I guess it's after the sale.
we'll
You're looking, or
we'll make accommodations whatever we can. Typically, we'll run at least one trailer west someplace in the South Dakota, as I mentioned, because of our affiliation with the Black Hills Stock Show. We have a lot of customers out there. We'll get as close as we can to people. We send cattle to Texas. We send cattle to Canada. Whatever it takes, we'll make accommodations somehow. Not that I'm going to drive all the way to Texas, but we will make accommodations to get it down.
So you're not going to come bring me one down here in Arkansas?
You buy one for enough money, Ashley, we will deliver it.
you gotta buy a couple on that one.
So
no, that's good. I mean, so is there like a time frame you're looking though to get them things out of there, or just you're working with?
the bulls are all semen tested, ready to go. We like to get them out as soon as possible, but we also know that doesn't always work for people. We'll keep
you got somebody for insurance, or
there is. We'll go through grassroots insurance, something like that. We don't have any heifers that are due in the next couple weeks, so it's not like we have to get a bred heifer out here right away. That has happened before, but we have a little bit of time there. So the closest heifer we had was the heifer we sold in Rapid City, and she was due in about weeks.
Out of your lineup, I know that you've worked really hard to get that quality lineup that you've got coming up in the sale tomorrow. Is there anyone that stands out to you guys that you kind of hate to see leave, or just you got a little extra attack? There's always one, right?
That's a loaded question.
Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah, agree on that. And then we have to,
the wholesale.
You've got a solid lineup, and I think that everyone needs to check it out and not miss it. And I really do think that you guys kind of have a neat concept going with your sale too. Like you said, it didn't work out with Mother Nature necessarily this year, but it does make you stand out, and I think it kind of stands out in people's minds too.
It's been gratifying because just today we had phone calls from 3 or 4 different states from people that we do not currently know. So obviously they're watching and they're appreciative of what we have for cattle. We try and keep balanced numbers. We try and keep, our biggest thing is cattle have to be functional. They have to work for people. We've had a lot of repeat customers, but we always pick up new customers, and we always follow up. I would like to think our customer service is good. I think that's very important. If there's a problem, we want to know. If they have success with our cattle, we want to know that as well. So,
yeah, I think that brings up a good point, because that's kind of something that we're kind of hearing from everybody, and that's the thing. It's not just the cattle, it's the people, right? The people
Absolutely.
behind them that stand behind their product, and it's the buyers and the customers, and really that relationship building, because it all comes back to the people and the cattle. So
absolutely, Ashley.
I guess, you can't find a more welcoming pair. I guess when I got to the barn the other day, I run into a couple of neighbors, and you guys were standing right there. You're, first people I've seen otherwise. And I mean, you just act like you haven't seen each other for, years, as long lost friends, is how the conversation kind of goes with them. I mean, they're just really easy people to talk to. And I mean, this is just meeting them. And maybe I'm being bushwhacked like him, I don't know, but I mean, he surely seemed like a pretty nice guy to me. So, I guess, yeah, I wouldn't think you'd get anything but the best customer service. So.
As I mentioned, the only place we market cattle other than right here is the Black Hill Stock Show. We have friends out there, and I call them friends because we've known them for 20 plus years that we see basically once a year. And then they're important to us. We keep in touch with them, make a lot of phone calls, want to know what's going on in the world. I think that's important, that you follow up on what your product can do.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, most of the time anymore, you just don't hear from the person you buy from, and you're just kind of on your own, it seems like. So, I mean, I'd say that's got to bring some value to them things that are selling tomorrow.
It's still a customer-driven business, friendship business, and that's important.
Very much so. Very much. You guys, I mean, are you going to be kind of open house tomorrow, or just kind of business as usual?
We've had a number of people stop in with our online sales. We merchandise cattle into 10 states and Canada over our online sales. Now, there's only been a very few people that have actually come and looked at the cattle. Some have, but they believe in our pictures, they believe in our videos, they believe in our data. We represent the cattle as how they are. We don't try and fool anybody. Somebody calls me up, I'll tell them the good points and the bad points of our animal. You have to be honest with people. And say when we have people coming or buying cattle from halfway across the country, it's gratifying that they trust us and believe in our product.
I mean, an honest set of pictures, honest set of videos. I mean, like you said, I guess you could probably sit at home and feel very comfortable the way things look on there. I mean, there isn't a bunch of editing.
We do. Yeah, I know there's no editing in any pictures. This is what they are.
No, I mean nothing. I mean, the pictures look really good. I'm just saying, I truly believe that they match. When you look at the pictures and look at the video, everything matches.
We would much rather have somebody buy an animal based on a picture, based on a video, and when they get it home, say, "Wow, the animal is better than we thought," than the other way around.
Some people
want to make sure that we want to make sure we represent the animals honestly and fairly. And if anybody has any questions, they can call on any animal. The sale there now is listed up on L365. You also have information on our website. So contact information. Yeah.
Yeah, and
we'll have a home line.
we're going to link up all you guys' information too, but I just want to repeat, go check them out on L365. The sale is happening February 11th, starting at 7 a.m. and ending till the bidding is done. And you can get some real good cattle from some real good people. So check out the Venner 9+1 sale.
Thank you much.
Thank you.